Welcome to session 18 of the Forgotten Gods. So, I will have some visual aid for you in the chat. Possibly some visual aid, depending on what this session will turn out to. So, I have banned both Dave and Jonte from watching stream for now. Apart from that, I suppose let's get this party started. So, last session. The duo started venturing north. Ended up in the small town of Fenrit, where they unfortunately delivered bad news to Eleanor's mother. They also delivered a similar news to the Orc Hunter Lock before getting information to head west. So they did. They ventured west for a few days, until Leopold started to recognize the environment they were in as the one him and Eleanor once met. That they found a building that the Seekers themselves had taken over. With a few well-placed words and threats and blunt force, they managed to subdue the Seekers and acquire the first piece to go and find Morden, the heart of the abyss. Traveling further north into the mountain range, using Gore's knowledge about the Underdark and its exits, they started traversing deeper. With a few encounters on the road, they soon find themselves close to the Mind Flayer lair. The fleshbeards, as Gore has finally named them. And that's where we're gonna start this session. So, Leopold, Gore, what would you like to do?
Well, you said I was starting to feel the smell of them.
Yes, that's the first thing that you're acting on. But they smell like not just slime and goo. Also very humid in the air. More than before. But I feel that you could possibly find your way to the entrance from
Uh, how does how from memory? Do I remember what it looks like?
You have some vague memories of the layout of itself, of the lair, but roll me a history. Do it like that.
All right, let's see. No, that's a fail.
What are you gonna get?
It's like a 5.
Very well. We can recall there are several chambers that they used. Most of these chambers you were never found yourself in. At least not as far as you can remember. You know there's a few chambers for, or there's a lot. The ones that you remember is the chambers for the thrall. Then they had a chamber where you entered, and then they had the main pools, so to say, that where most of your work were handled.
Would I? Well, I'm gonna lean over to Leopold. We're getting closer. So how
Yes.
do you want to do this?
Well, I don't know anything about the beard guys. I would prefer not having to fight since I'm not able to see that well here.
What did they tell us about the thing we're here for? Some type of vehicle?
They
You
said
remember anything else?
I think it was flying, and a flying vehicle that can go through planes.
Do you have any memory of anything like that?
You do not. There's still a high possibility they have one, because there are still many pathways you haven't explored or can't recall what's inside. Lairs can vary quite drastically in size.
Well, I doubt something like that would not be unguarded.
Well, I guess it would be either quite far in or by some really big doors, depending on. I guess they are. I don't. How are they working? These
Not in
guys.
any good way.
Are they higher? Are they like a hive mind or what kind of? How are they deciding who's in charge?
Oh, the fuck should I know?
Well, it seems like you know a bit about them at least.
Very little. I didn't work for them by choice.
So, how did you were a slave? Yes.
Yes,
How did they control you?
just fuck with your mind.
Well, so that sounds like they are doing some. You're not obeying because of violence. You're obeying because your mind says so, basically.
Roughly, yeah.
So I guess they don't have to be too worried about one of their own taking one of their ships.
I do not know how they. I don't even know if they work together in any way.
Okay. I guess we don't have anything to go on then.
No, not really.
I guess we just
Do I
have
know
to.
if they do they have do I know if they have any other senses than like sight, hearing, the use?
Mm. Not that you know. You know they are very strong psychics. But
So by that you mean that I most likely know that they might have like a telepathic way of talking to each other.
oh, they most certainly does. When two of them communicate, at least as far as you have seen, they have never spoken a single word.
Hmm. They do not speak. They speak in their minds.
That's a bit worrisome. Then we can't listen in on them. But do you know, can they shout in their mind? How far can they reach?
I do not know.
Would be helpful to know that it's not unlimited. If we have to fight one.
If we fight one, we fight many. That we can be sure of. So you better be ready for a fight if it breaks out.
I will try.
Just stick close to me. Try and get us closer. If a ship is flying, it shouldn't be hard to spot.
No, it shouldn't, as long as it's moving.
Follow me. And I will try to sneakily approach the hive. I guess that's what I would call it.
Roll me a stealth.
I will follow as I don't see shit. So I will also sneakily follow.
Roll me stealth.
18.
18. Bad.
23.
Even better. So you start making yourself. Make your way through the dark, at least for Leopold.
Making away.
Very dark. You aren't visible to yourself nor anyone else. Say it put it like that. Soon enough, Gore, you recognize it was side path. It's slightly hidden. It's not very large. It's more or less enough for a slightly larger person to get through. One at a time. Kind of leads inwards, and from the inside you have this faint green bluish glow. It's from it. And you can also, because I believe you have relatively decent passive perception, so you can also hear some sort of scraping. Footsteps. Coming from inside.
How many sets?
You would count between close to 6.
I'm gonna sneak up closer, try and get a look at what these are.
Well, you get with the. You start making your way into it, silently as possible. Inside, you see what you can see at the end of the hallway. Now and then, prancing by is some sort of long-armed humanoid that is clad entirely in white fur. Seems to be walking on 4 legs back and forth. You aren't certain how many of them there are, because you can only see one at a time.
You said humanoids that walks on all fours.
They do, yeah. Because their arms are a lot longer than normal.
Are these what I would know to be the fleshbeard?
These are not the fleshbeards, no. Not even close.
Do I see a way around?
It's this one hallway.
Do they have eyes?
They do.
Damn it. Is there anything else in this pathway?
In this pathway, no. This one seems to be deliberately made to be a choke point.
I'm gonna back up
Very well.
a little bit and like hug up against the wall. Tell Leopold to do the same. And I will grab a rock and throw it down the pathway away from where they are.
Very well. I'm gonna throw it. It echoes as it hits the ground. First, there doesn't seem to be much of a reaction. Or one of these humanoids starts to look down the hallway. Roll me another stealth. Because this is... You do not really have much to hide behind in this hallway. There's some crevices here and there you can try to push yourself into.
8.
19.
Oh. Yeah, he seems to be looking for something before he stops looking at you, Gore. With this yellow glowing eyes. And you probably start to realize they most likely have the same equally strong dark vision as you have. Which means they don't have an issue spotting you right now.
Well, since I know they've spotted me, I step away from the wall. Just stand there looking at them, looking for any signs of aggression.
Start to kinda... Seems to kinda get ready, get a bit lower and start showing a bit of teeth. As another one and a third one kinda starts to look down as well. They don't seem to get closer. But they do definitely seem to show hostile intention.
Shine your light on them. I say that out loud.
Watch.
Shine your light on them. These creatures are used to darkness.
I guess I will have to take an action and put
Oh.
light my lantern and
Yeah, you
straight
light the
to the
lantern.
light.
As
Straight
soon
to-
as I see the light, I will rage and attack.
I should note that you are about 100 feet away at this point.
I'm 100 feet away, okay.
You are quite far away at this point.
Okay, well, scratch that. It's because I thought we were like almost face to face with these things.
No, you backed away. You were about 16 and you backed up to 100.
On the light when I bring them closer. And I will move forward until
Gore.
the point.
I don't see you.
You will hear.
Leopold, you see this light. Like, you can see silhouettes.
Okay.
Because the light in the room is considered dim light.
Okay. Yeah.
So you
I
see
will
silhouettes, you
not-
can't make out
I will give
every
you a
detail,
sign.
but you can see things. You can't see anything behind you, but you can see silhouettes in the kind of door opening.
Okay. Yeah. I
I
will
will
light.
give you a sign. And I start stepping forward with purpose, take a few steps. And as soon as they take steps towards me, I want to run backwards. Try and pull them closer to where Leopold is.
Leopold is staying put for now.
Yes.
Where are?
Okay.
You start going closer. It goes past an 80, 60, 40.
I don't go closer than 30.
Just as you hit 30, they charge for you.
And
it
I run back.
comes running. Gotta hit a scraping against stone. They all kind of funnel into this small passageway straight for you.
Yeah, and then I just dash backwards.
Well, you dash backwards. You
And
are
as soon as I'm
faster than what they are.
and as I come to they're slower than me.
They are slower than you, yeah.
Okay, I rush up to where Leopold is, and when I see them roughly 30 feet away from me, I shout now.
Well, light my torch. My lantern.
Well, you light your
And
bullet lantern, just this entire pathway forward just shines up with light. The creature
Well,
kind of
there-
hesitates for a second, blinks while, and you
Yeah.
see as the yellow fades.
Actually, I was kind of hoping to capitalize on that second that their vision is impaired to go in with a rage attack. But I don't know if you will allow me to do that.
Let me tell you like this. We'll do it like this. You will get to roll initiative with advantage.
Okay. Well,
Gore
Because
or
we
both?
are going into combat. I would say only Gore, because you had no idea what Gore was planning, per se.
Yes.
And he was definitely ready for this entire combat to burst
Yes.
out.
well. Okay. How
I just
wide
want
is
to put
this
up a bit of
tunnel?
a setup for myself here, because you are in a narrow hallway, so you can pretty much... You have to squeeze by each other, you can't stand next to each other.
Okay, so it's less than 5 feet wide.
It is 5 feet wide. That's why you can squeeze by, but you can't... You can't stand next to the same time.
I mean, that works perfectly.
yeah, I
Fine.
think...
That's all I need.
So, let's see, what do we get?
Are they medium size or are they
They
larger?
are medium, yes.
So I will have an issue with my bow.
Well,
So... Gore.
initiative
Yes.
21.
21. Leopold.
Total 20.
Total 20. And what's your dex? You don't have to answer that, by the way. You are definitely gonna go first, anyways.
It's a +4.
Yeah, I would have thought. That's a lot higher. So, I'm gonna switch over the music playlist, and Gore, you're up first, as this first one is now closing in on you running through that light. Doesn't seem to stop them much.
Well, bonus action, rage.
Gonna just yell out. Do you yell out or not, by the way?
It's
Oh,
like a
dear.
yell combined with like a gurgle.
No, it's just gurgling and a battle screech you want to.
Yeah, just let out like a like a rage-filled gurgling sound
Oh.
and rush forward.
Yeah, with these you have a movement speed of 4 or something, so you're fine.
When was the last time we were in battle? Have we had a long rest since our last battle?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I've forgotten to
I think
reset
you
my
had
stuff.
at least
so
2 since that.
I'll just reset my stuff quickly, and well, there's the rage, and I will go up and club some things.
Sure, roll me something.
They are. I guess they're like 5 feet within each other, so there's no way to push them back into each other.
That's true.
because there's no free
blocked.
space.
There's no
So
free
Crusher
space.
Feet is not gonna be usable yet, so I'm just gonna go for the attack. First attack is a 19.
19 hits. Roll
That
some
is
damage.
then 7, 11. 13 points of bludgeoning.
13 points bludgeoning on the first one. Very well.
And the second attack. That is also a hit because it's higher than the last one.
Very well.
And then that is 14 points of bludgeoning
14
damage.
points. Ooh, you did. That's some good hits that kind of crush it from side to side using the kind of narrow space to avoid it from going anywhere while you're trying attacking it. Is that your turn, I suppose? Then?
Yes, I don't have anything more I can do, so
Leopold,
that's my turn.
you're up.
I
That's
will
where the kind
take-
of battle in front of you, and it's you have full vision now, but it's still hard with Gore in the way.
Yeah, that's nice. I will take my longbow out and try shoot the creatures.
Very well. You get definitely do that. They are considered to have 3/4 cover.
Yeah, I guess.
Because they are straight behind and there's no way to kind of lean around either. Their
I
AC
can't.
will increase.
There's no way to get higher up or something, so it wouldn't.
No, since there is higher to the roof, but there's nothing you can stand on to kind of stay there.
I mean, he's a monk, he could just do the splits and go up the wall and stand up there in the splits.
I don't.
He's a
have,
monk!
I don't have that long legs.
1.5 meter.
But yeah,
Oh boy, that'll
Yeah.
be something.
yeah,
Oh.
I have to try to attack still because this is Gore's plan. So I guess if he falls, I will have to run. So that's a 9. First one.
9.
Yes.
Does not hit. It's a bit of a
And
too hesitant. You shoot into the wall instead of shooting Gore in the back of his legs.
yes, and that's 13. Second one. I can't do anything more.
Unfortunately, that does not hit either. So that's your turn.
Yes.
So, the first one that you already attacked, Gore, is gonna do this short growl and do 2 lashes with these long black claws it has. So, first attack. What's your AC?
16.
So that's a miss. The second attack just hits. Total 16. So
Alright.
you will take a total of 9 points of slashing damage.
Halved.
Half, so that's 4. Well, it's gonna be its turn as the second one. The one's behind it starts to look around and you hear the scraping again. It kind of climbs upside down and lands behind you. I'm gonna do a slash with advantage against you, as you are now surrounded.
No, well.
Reroll that one. That's a fail. And that's also a fail. Both of his advantage attack misses. And it tries to slash out of you, but doesn't quite make it. So you're quite dexterous and thick hide. The third one is also going to do a similar kind of climb on top of you. But not instead of going down, it's going to hang from the roof and starts to slash from you from above. So you are properly boxed in now. And
How
the first
high
attack
is
hits.
how high is it up this roof? Just
It's about 10 feet, so if he's standing there, he's pretty much just above your head at this point.
alright.
And both attacks hits from that guy. So you're gonna take a total of...
Is that shouldn't be with advantage because he's not flanking.
No, he's
with
not.
anyone.
It wasn't with advantage. He just
Okay.
rolled very high on both rolls, and you will take a total of 10, half to 5 slashing damage. You can just carves at you from the top. There, Gore. You're surrounded.
Well, I'm gonna attack the one that is already damaged because. Oh wait, is Leopold 5 feet? Is Leopold on the other side of the other guy, or
he's
is he
further behind.
further?
He
Okay,
is
yeah.
25 feet behind that creature.
Yeah, so there's no flanking opportunity there, so I'm just gonna attack the guy that I've already damaged.
You do so. Roll attack.
13 plus 7, so total 20.
That hits.
Well, that's a max roll, so let's see. It's 12 plus 4 plus 2.
18.
18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Very well.
Is he still standing?
No, that's exactly how much damage you needed. Berlin, you gotta clobber him down, you gotta rush the head towards the ground, it's gonna start spazzing out.
Well, my second attack is there. Was there one behind the guy I just got down?
Nope. There's no one behind
I'm
me.
gonna hit the guy above my head and try to knock him backwards to be like, so he will fall on top of his friend.
Very well, roll me an attack roll. See what happens.
That's a 3 plus 7.
That's a 10, that does not hit.
Well, I hit.
You hit, so that's one of your 3 for the day. So, roll damage.
11 points of bludgeoning. And I knock him
11.
5 feet towards where Leopold is, so he will
Yeah.
probably fall on his friend.
He does, he kind of falls to his friend kind of strengthens himself, but kind of goes flat and is now considered prone. Or both of them are actually considered prone.
Just gonna laugh at him. Just looking at them fall on top of each other. And that's my turn, I'm just gonna stand there
They're
laughing
starting
at
to
them.
get up. Leopold, your turn.
I'll have to switch up to a longsword or something.
Very well.
And I will move towards them and attack both of them. One slash on each.
You cannot reach them, as the one
What?
that fell on top of him then rolled backwards into an empty space.
Okay, well then I will go to that one.
Yes, so you will do 2 attacks against the same guy.
Okay, yes.
With advantage since he's prone.
Yep. With advantage.
And I had to use a bonus action to switch weapon,
Yes.
I guess.
Once you switch from a 2-handed, you put it on your back and drew a new one.
Okay, that's total 20 on the first one.
That
That's,
hits. Roll some damage.
That's 13.
13 points. Yeah. Not a bad hit. Next one.
Next one is an 8 to hit.
8 does not hit. You slash the first one, and as you going for the second one, he kind of starts grabbing at you and going in these what seems to be impossible angles. You kind of barely misses, stabs the rock.
Yeah.
That's your turn.
I will move 5 feet away.
Oh, you take a step backwards, and yeah. First, the creature next to Gore is gonna get up, and well, it's gonna attack Gore because his friend is currently more or less blocking the other direction. So 2 attacks against you, Gore, and the first one is a hit, and the second one is a hit. Both hits.
All right.
With a 21 and a 22. That's a 6. Another 10 reduced to 5 points of slashing damage. It's such to carve into you. The one is also gonna leap up and go up to Leopold and attack you.
Yep.
So first attack, what's your AC?
15.
Both attacks misses with a 14 and an... Gotta start slashing out against you, but doesn't really have footing to get you. Gore, you're up.
I guess the one that is in front of me right now is unharmed at the moment.
It is, yes.
But yeah, I can't reach the other guy, so I'm just gonna have to hit him 2 times with the maul.
Very well.
Actually, is the other guy looking bad? The one that loading.
Not particular.
Okay, then I'm just gonna attack the guy that hasn't been damaged yet. Oh.
And there goes the dice.
Oh.
Focus all hell.
Well, that's a 23.
23 does hit, yeah.
For, yeah, 12 points of bludgeoning.
Gotcha.
Second attack is a total 20
That also hits.
for a total of 12 points of bludgeoning.
Additional 12. Gotcha. You do again 2 hits and starts be a bit dizzy and starts to starts to have a bit hard time grasping its footage. Or lashing out at you once more. Leopold. Your turn.
I will hit.
I will
Attack. That's 14.
14 hits. Yeah.
That's 8 points.
8 points of damage. Now it's starting to have visible wounds.
I will attack again. That's higher, that's 17 plus 7, total 24.
That hits.
That's 9, and I will use my deft strike, so you spend a key point to make 1 extra martial art die damage on it for a key point.
So we did another.
No, this is an extra. So, once per turn, when you hit target with a Kensei weapon, I can use a key point to deal an extra d6 damage.
Oh well. Roll that damage.
And that's 4 extra.
Just what you needed. Barely killing both of those now. Leaving only one left.
Yeah, I will go and bonus action attack it.
Blood of blows or just a single strike?
The unarmed strike bonus
Oh, well,
action.
another strike. Roll attack.
I'm flanking.
You are. You roll a strike attack with advantage.
That's 16 plus 7. So
That
I
hits.
guess that's a hit. That's 9.
9 damage. Very well. So, then that's your turn?
Yes.
Well, the creature itself gonna start to look around, trying to avoid the strikes you give, and start again climbing, trying to get away from you at this point. Gonna
Attack
go
of
up the wall,
opportunity.
and if you want to, you can both do an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let Leopold go first. I guess he's going my way, so.
He's
Yeah, so
climbing over
that's-
you, yeah.
15 plus 7, so I guess that hits.
That hits. Roll the damage.
That's 9 points.
9 points. Very well. Okay. Still alive.
Okay, as he goes
Starts to
over my
run
head.
away.
As he goes over my head, I go for my attack.
Sure.
16, does that hit?
That does hit, yeah.
That is
How do you want to do this?
15 points. I pretty much just launch my maul up in the air, knocking him down. Basically, he just falls down and breaks his neck on the floor.
Yeah, kind of crack it. You feel some crack in one of the shoulder bones that you hit it there, and it kind of falls on a steep angle. It crackers it to his neck to the same kind of side, and it just goes limp. The battle subsides, and the last crack of bones echoes before also dying.
Just Gore takes a moment to just gather himself from the battle adrenaline. Made some noise. And he's gonna start walking.
Sure did.
Actually, do the humanoids look like they have anything
Nope.
on them?
They don't have clothes, they don't have weapons, not anything really.
He's just not gonna bother then, and just start walking.
Very
I
well.
think these guys were the guard dogs.
I don't know. You are from here, not me.
Snap that lantern.
Yeah, I will put it off. So,
Well, we continue towards where the creatures were, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you enter this spacious cave, you could say. Doesn't seem to be anything in it. It's relatively round, seems to have been cut out by hand almost. Quite rough, a lot of angles, and it only seems to have some sort of vegetation beds scattered out around. Apart from that, there's 3 openings in this room. Probably one that seems to be leading into some sort of those rounded chamber, kind of rounded stairways that kind of goes up. Seems to curve a bit as it goes. Can't tell where it goes. Then there's one that seems to be going quite straight before it opens up to another chamber, and one that seems to be going down. A quite flat hill-like manner.
Well, Gore would only think, well, flying stuff up. And since Leopold doesn't really see anything, he's just gonna start dragging him up the stairs and just one.
These are actually this actually could give it to you actually, because you know these. These are one of the 3 rooms you have been in. So you would know that currently to your right, the one going straight would be to the troll quarters. And the one that you're currently going up for would lead to the resting pools. But
Resting pools.
that's pretty much the extent.
What was the third one?
You have no idea.
What was the resting pools? What were they used for?
The resting pool is more like a, as far as you know, some sort of community gathering where everything kind of, where people, or where the fleshbeards themselves seem to just be. Don't seem to do any work or anything, they just seems to soak in the pools.
oh. Right.
Maybe we should go get some friends.
Didn't you say they are mind controls crawled?
Well, we're just gonna have to beat some sense into them.
I don't think that's how magic works.
Kind of work with me.
Well, you were dead. I don't want to kill anyone.
I broke this long before I died.
Oh. Well, that I did not know.
No. They had me fight another troll for sport. The guy hit me. I got angry. And it snapped me out of it.
If we find someone with anger issues, they can break out of it. I guess. I guess it doesn't hurt to try.
There are people among the trolls that have broken the connection. They just play along because it's in their own best interest. Or at least I believe so.
That's good to know now.
Let's just hope that they haven't tightened their grip since I managed to escape. So, off to the troll quarters.
Well,
Try and see if we can get some to help us out.
go in. It has the same kind of low light interior, and there is a bunch of makeshift bedding. Just rows of them to the both sides. It's kind of room that seems to be turning a bit to the one end. Most of the beds are empty at this point, except Or 4 is currently needs to be asleep.
I'm gonna go up. Take a little bit of a closer look at these. There are no guards around.
Nope.
Any of them look like a drow?
The what you currently see that seems to be. Let's see. You have one drow, yes. One. It's quite hard to not spot them, kind of dark bluish skin. Then there are another variant of elf and 2 other humans sleeping in.
I'm just gonna go up to the, like, lean down, like put my hand over the mouth of the drow, and try to like shake him up while keeping him from screaming.
Oh, you shake it and open its eyes, looks at you, and kind of sits up on the edge of the bed, just staring straight forward.
Does he look like he's under control?
I suppose you could say that.
Well, I'm just gonna grab him, like try to keep mouth shut and drag him like a little bit, like pull him up on his feet and sort of walk him to the other side of the room.
Very well.
And then I'm gonna try to just give him a few small slaps to try and see if I can shake him out of it.
Oh, you do a few slaps and you kind of hear this skin against skin. Just returns back, staring straight ahead. There was nothing.
But he hasn't made a move to scream yet, or to...
Nope.
Well, there were 3 more. Yeah, well, let's repeat that procedure, see if we can shake any of these guys out of this shit.
Well, you try the same with the elf. Same response. The human male. Same response. Last human, female. Lift her up, does the same kind of slapping thing. And she just goes limp in your grasp, falls to the floor.
She seemed dead.
Very much so, yes.
I guess no friends.
You don't get friends by slapping them.
I tried to shake them out of this shit. But they're too weak. Well, we could go to the resting pools. I remember that they rested there, but are there also guards usually at the restoration pools?
Not really. Most people aren't, how to put it, stupid enough to invade a mind flayer lair. Or desperate enough, I suppose. A better word for it. Because there usually aren't any guards there, but it's a chamber that seems to be... It's quite central to everything. There's always a lot of activity there. Always a lot of fleshbeards going back and forth. You can always...
Yeah, and I know that they probably do not need weapons to fight either, for that matter.
And they definitely do not.
Well, one way, there's some. The other way is blind. I do not know what's there.
What's in this first place then?
Resting station, resting pools.
I
It's
don't,
in the middle of everything.
Well, that doesn't
Lots of
sound
traffic.
safe.
No.
Let's go to the unknown then, because everything is unknown for me.
Good enough. And we'll start going back to the crossroads.
Go back there. You start hearing some footsteps approaching from resting pools.
Did we already get to the
You can
central
definitely
point?
hurry across to the other area if you want to. Where would you like to go?
Is there a place? Is there a place I see that I could hide behind, or?
Not in this room, no. It's very minimalistic.
I'm gonna just quickly grab Leopold and like pull back towards the troll quarters.
Very well.
It's dim light, so I still see some, right?
You.
Yep.
You see in the chambers, you don't see that much in the corridors, but you can see the
Okay.
end of them.
And I'll pull him in, pull him in towards the troll quarters, and then I'm gonna like, as we get into the troll quarters, I'm gonna push my back up against the wall to the door, and pull my maul out.
Very well. Pull your moral. The footsteps get louder. Coming your direction.
Well, if they come into this room, they get a maul to the chest.
Very well, roll an attack.
That would be a. Is this a surprise attack?
You can roll with advantage, yes.
Well, not 20 check. No, so that's 26.
Roll damage.
Let's hope it's not a troll. 12 points of bludgeoning. No, actually, it's 10 points because I'm not raging.
All 10 points. You kind of swing and you hear the cracking of bone, and Lucas, a troll has stopped. Another human that caved in the entire chest just falls to the side, collapsing. Followed by 3 others that seemingly just steps over this corpse. Seems to go to bed and starts laying down. Well, the 3 other ones that were here earlier gets up, starts leaving. All in a row. Also, just stepping over the corpse.
Yes, they are changing shift.
Fuck this.
What
No.
will happen now when only 3 arrive?
Well, I do not intend to be here to find out.
Fair enough. Let's hurry then. Couldn't just check what it was before you hit?
Instinct took over.
I see. Don't
I'm
wanna
gonna
be...
start moving back towards again and try to get to the unknown area before any more traffic comes.
Well, it's not. They aren't walking fast, you can quite easily catch up to them and see them go up to the resting pools before entering and start heading downwards. Get closer, start hearing. And some sort of clicking noise. Probably didn't come across too good. Soon enough, you are met with these robust, solid iron bars that are good, like 10 centimeter thick alone, just covering pretty much half this rounded chamber. On the other side, you see 2 creatures. They look like oversized insects that currently seems to be carving and munching on some sort of flesh mound, you would say. There's have a few cloth and other trinkets on it, but otherwise it's just unrecognizable. Seems to be them that kind of makes a sound as it carves in and seems to be just chewing.
This just looks like a big cage.
Yep,
Is there another exit out of it?
there's not.
So just a bunch of insect or things that don't.
There are 2. Yes.
There's nothing else nothing else in this room aside from them and the flesh mound.
Nope.
I just pull Leopold back and just whisper, "Dead end."
Everything else?
There's just one more way to go. That was just a waste disposal.
I guess. Did it have a cube in it?
No, some insect monsters.
Okay.
Well, there's only one more path to check out.
Very well. You start going back. You see us. You start to hear footsteps again, going simultaneously from the resting pool. These ones a lot more hurried. Well, get closer.
Are they coming towards the waste chamber? Or are they going?
What's
Are
the
they coming
guard
from
room
the-
that you are close? They're coming from the resting pools and coming closer to the first room that you were in.
I guess I would try to hide us before entering the crossroads to allow them to run past before we go up towards the restoration pools.
Very well. Start. You start walking, or kind of gets back, trying to use the shadow as best as you can. And yeah, soon enough, a tall, risen humanoid creature with dressed in kind of black robes and this shiny breastplate storms into the god room. You, Leopold. For you, it's up to that point it looks normal. Except the skin seems to be dark purple and it's entirely bald and has these 4 tentacles kind of that hangs down into some sort of beard. These very narrow slits of eyes before it kind of storms in and goes into the troll room, followed by 2 other trolls you saw leave the room for not too long ago.
Should we jump it? You will notify the others.
Yeah, but that depends on how long range they have, their telepathic things. But sure, they already know something is wrong.
Very well. And I'm gonna start sneaking up, like trying to rush up behind. I'm trying somehow to match the steps of the other creatures to try and hide that I'm behind. Like
Oh,
using the noise of them walking as a shield and.
I will say though that you are still in, you are gonna enter another of these narrow tunnels that only one person per time can be in. And this guy has 2 trolls between him and you.
Yeah, but if he enters the troll room, that's bigger.
Very well. Roll stealth.
Are you dragging me with you, since I don't see in the tunnels?
I will
You see
assume.
the silhouettes, that's enough for most cases.
Yeah.
I guess Leopold will need to roll stealth as well, or.
Yeah, I guess so. Since I'm...
I mean, it's not gonna make much of a difference unless you roll really high because I rolled a 6.
Well, 22.
Well, you start making your way, kind of following into the tunnel as this kind of goes. And it kind of stops at the first corpse you left. Does this step over turns around, just sees you because there's no way to hide in a hallway. So, Gore, roll me an intelligence saving throw. You wouldn't mind.
Oh fuck. Is it against being charmed?
Nope. Oh,
No.
nope.
Okay. Yeah, it's 14.
That's a fail. So, Gore, you will take 26 psychic damage, and you are stunned. As your mind just gets blasted with energy. So, roll initiative. You are still quite far behind them.
Yeah.
So, Gore.
Or
Leopold.
23.
23. So Leopold, you are first one. As you just see Gore just stop and starts holding his head. Starts to see a bull. No, you don't actually see the blood. No, because it's too dark. You see him kind of stop. And the imitating presence of this creature stands away just staring towards your direction. So, what would you like to do?
I'll ready my bow, and if he acts hostile towards me, I will shoot at him. The intimidating creature.
Very well. So you hold an action.
Yes, and I hope I'm still hidden.
Very well. Just
Behind
gonna start walking towards you, but he will have the two trolls in the way, having them both go forward, starting to approach Gore. Still can't reach Gore, but he's close. Or they are close. Gore, it's your turn.
since I'm stunned,
Would you like
I
to do?
don't have that's. Oh, what's
You
the
get to
expected
roll a
words?
saving throw at the end of your turn.
Yeah, so
Another
I don't
intelligence
have
saving throw.
anything. I have
No,
nothing
you're
at all. Not
stunned.
even a bonus action. Yeah.
You are
I'm
stunned.
just trying to get a clarification on what the stunned thing says.
Being stunned. Stunned creature is incapacitated. Can't move and can't only speak faltering. A creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws and attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Yeah, okay. So now that's gone. 19.
That's a success. You kind of shake off as you see the glossy-eyed trolls kind of starting to approach you. Followed
Not
by
again.
the player.
Just gonna look
that's
at him,
your-
just laugh a little bit, and just
That's
not
your
again.
turn. Leopold, you're up.
I will hold my action. I'll hold my attack if it seems to be. Oh no! Is it too like? Is it? It's too crowded, I guess.
Yes. You can only target one of the trolls. Your longbow from this one would certainly not reach Fleshbeard. Because there's 3 people between you and him.
So he has 3/4 cover plus other things.
He is considering full cover.
Okay, yeah.
Really.
Yeah, well then, if he yeah, well, I can't do anything then.
Very well. That's your turn.
I will continue be hiding if I feel hidden. Does it feel like he saw me?
He looked in your direction. There was nowhere for you to go.
Yeah.
He most definitely know where you are.
Okay, well then I will light my lantern.
Well, you light it up and it kind of blinks for a while. Keeps going forward. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Very well. So, Gore. The first troll is gonna come up to you and it's gonna attempt to grapple you.
Okay. I will try to overpower him.
You do so.
Not try to jump out of the way or something like that.
Athletics, with other words.
22.
You succeed. The troll is strong, but you can drag away. The mind flayer behind seems to almost shake its head. I see you say anything. I finished their turn. Gore, you're up.
This is what I look at him and talk to him in deep speech. This is what I'm willing to do to get you fuckers. And I will use my bonus action to rage.
Very well.
And since healing potions are bonus actions in your campaign, I'm just gonna...
You can use them as an
Kill.
action as well. You get to choose both.
Nah, this is more fun.
Very well.
I'm gonna, well, knock the trolls out.
Sure, roll attack rolls.
It's a 6 plus 7, so 13 to hit on the first troll.
That definitely hits. I don't think you can roll low enough to actually not knock
My
them out.
lowest is a 6. No, but since I'm raging, my lowest is an 8.
Yes, so the first one goes out without an issue.
Second one. Let's see, that's a higher roll, so I guess that hits as well.
The second one also goes out, so now both of them falls and kind of looks at you.
I just stare at him.
Very well. That's your turn.
Yeah, I can't. Well,
Oh, movement left, technically, yeah. So.
I'm gonna push up against the wall to hopefully in some way give Leopold at least half cover so he could shoot.
Very well. I will definitely allow that. Leopold. It currently have half cover, but it's better than 3/4.
I'll do 2 attacks against the thing.
Sure, roll attack.
Let me see first. I had some fun. I will use a bonus action to do the Kensei shot, so each of my attacks, if they hit, deals an extra d4 damage.
Very well.
That's no key point or anything, it's just bonus action.
Well, start. Roll some attack rolls. See what happens.
That's 18 plus
That one hits.
7, so
Not an issue.
I will use a key point to use the Deft Strike to make a d6 extra damage.
Very well.
Since that's just free action as long as I use key point. So that's
So that's a lot of damage dice to roll.
7 plus 4 plus 4.
So that's 15.
Yes,
damage.
on
Very
first.
good.
On first
First
one.
attack. Roll another one.
And it counts as magical, if that matters. And the other one is a 9.
A 9 does not hit, I'm afraid. First one strikes through it. And he starts whispering, starts to tell back in deep speech.
Sorry, a d4 extra because of the Kensei shot. So
Oh,
that's
to
one.
hit. Yeah, that's a
No,
10.
damage for the first one.
Very well.
So that's
I had that one. Very well. So the first one strikes through, that one goes into the wall.
I didn't quite catch the deep speech. The mic was cutting out a little bit.
Sean. Really hard to do that. Speak that way. I'm just trying this out. I've practiced somewhat, but it's difficult.
Whatever.
I will switch it out. So, noticeable voice. But yeah, that's your
The
turn.
microphone is like cutting out every now and then, so it's when you
Yeah,
do
that's the thing. I
any
don't
type
think
of
I
voice,
get
it's
enough volume into it. But yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
Leopold, let's finish your turn. As the creature now walks forward to you, Gore, and you see as his tentacles kind of starts to open, it starts to envelop your head. And roll attacks. I do believe a 21 hits.
Yeah.
So you will take total of. Oh, for a start, that's not too bad. That's 7 points of psychic damage. And
Psychic was the one type I don't get resistance against.
That's true. And roll me another intelligence saving throw.
Is this against being charmed?
Nope.
18.
You're fine. Kind of grasp out to you, kind of starts to carve away at your skin. You kind of pull away, clear your mind. Nothing but rage. He's kind of pulls back. Starts to have a bit, slight tint of worry. His eyes. Gore, you're up.
Well, time for this guy to eat some shit.
Sure,
Maul
roll.
attack.
Oh,
That's a 3 plus 7, so 10.
does not hit.
I choose to hit.
Very well, that's 2 out of 3.
Yeah. 6. 12 points of bludgeoning, and I will knock him back 5 feet to prove my dominance over this bastard. Just laugh at him and step forward and do another attack.
Very well.
That's cocked. There goes my last
Very well.
last chose to hit.
Your combat prowess is out.
For today, yeah. That's a total of 14 bludgeoning.
Very well. It's having some rough wounds showing.
And again, 5 feet back. You ain't escaping this time. And I will
Finds him. This amusing.
and I will once again push up against the wall.
Leopold.
Yeah, I will use bonus action cancel shot to get a d4 extra damage on my shots, and I will do 2 arrow attacks.
Very well. Roll.
Nat 20, and since I hit, I will do a bonus action to make 1 extra d6 damage.
You roll all of those and double them.
Yes. So let's see.
Here comes the damage.
Well, it's not I'm not a rogue.
No, but still. That's a d4, a d6, and a d8.
Yes.
All doubled.
So that's a 3,
That's 6.
3,
12.
4,
20. Plus your dex.
plus 4.
24. You release it, hits and it kind of barrows itself to its throat. It just starts to have kind of grasping after trying to get it off. It's still standing.
Yeah, and I will
your
do
second
next
attack.
attack.
Yes,
That's 17.
that hits.
Okay, so that's 5 plus 4 plus 1.
How do you want to do this?
Straight through the ugly beard. I will like.
Yeah, so the bear starts to go up and try to pull this arrow as well. It's just your hair is kind of just stops. Looks up at Gore. And you, Gore, here in your mind. This is no victory. Setback. or tumbles over.
Get out of my head. And I crush its head with the maul.
Very well. Easy enough done. Gotta crush it and crush 2 arrows in the process.
And I will grab the 2 trolls and like pull them back towards the troll covers, the troll area.
Well,
And I'm gonna check them to see if any of them has like lost the mind control since we killed one of these guys. Just a long shot, but
they are gonna be out cold for quite a while.
out cold. Yeah,
You
but the
knocked
other
them.
guys that were alive. No, there was.
You knocked them out. You made them go unconscious.
Yeah, that's 2 of them, but there were still guys left in the troll quarters.
Ah, those
Sleeping
ones. They seem to be sleeping. Or you
If I
Get
wake
the-
them up,
same reaction. Set up on the edge of the bed, staring straight forward.
son of a bitch. Oh well. Just gonna. I really could use some rest, but not here. We push forward.
Do we have any healing potions? I don't have any.
I have 2. But they are not the one thing. I don't think we could take a rest.
I think that would be
Leopold,
unwise.
roll an intelligence check, real quick.
Just straight.
Straight intelligence.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Very well, never mind. Carry on.
That's no fun. Well, no use to us dead. And I will down one of the healing potions.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, come on. D4s are so goddamn hard to pick up sometimes. Plus 2 for each D4 or just...
No, total.
Yeah, so that is 9 points. So I rolled almost max.
Yeah.
That
for
didn't do
max.
shit, so I'm just gonna down the second one as well.
Very well.
That's pretty bad, but it's a 6. Well, that barely did anything to my HP, but sure.
You have you both two have a lot of health.
Yeah.
Do I know how I could use a spell scroll, or can I use it at all?
You can use one. You can attempt to use one.
Yes, but it's not a guarantee.
No. It's
Okay,
more difficult
yes.
the higher the spell.
Yes, okay.
But you can use any spell scroll you have.
Yes, but
Well,
I knew what they were, but do I know how powerful they are and how difficult they would be for me to cast?
Probably not. You're into the versatile in the arcane. You can see that they are more. You can see that some of them are more complex, so you can assume that they
I
are more
think,
difficult to cast.
Yeah. Since I rolled quite high on it, I think it was close to 20 or not 20. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you know what they're called. That you could figure
Yes.
out, and you can see what you kind of have to do to cast a spell. But
Yeah.
some of them are very complex.
Yes. Just asking.
well,
Anyone in my campaign, anyone can use a spell scroll.
we will still find more of these to fight.
I hope not.
Well, I see no point in doing anything but pushing forward.
I will try to check if I can find some arrows. Arrows I shot, or
How many did you shoot? You shot 4.
I think so.
Oh, you get 2 of them back. 2 that didn't get crushed in the head. Like that.
Yes.
You took the other 2 of them.
I'll move it there. I want to check the robes of the mind flayer to see if there's anything.
Not really. Like most of it seems to be. It's this same kind of blackish robe with this kind of belt on it, and of course the plate mail that seems to have a cloak connected in the back.
Does the cloak have a hood?
No, the cloak is only has this kind of high, I'd say, very high neck part. Goes about up to your ears, but it's also connected to the armor.
This might be our ticket in.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna take the cloak and the. Is it? Would it be considered armor?
Yes, it is a
It
half
was
plate.
connected. It was
What
connected
type?
to
What
armor.
type of armor does it look to be?
Half plate.
Half plate. Is that
Yes.
medium?
That is medium, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess Leopold, you don't use armor either.
No one of you
That
use armor
would-
now.
That would be really me.
Which one of us has higher stealth?
Me.
Well, I'm gonna take the cloak.
The cloak is
The
stuck to the
belong-
armor still.
Well, I'm gonna rip it off.
Very well, now you have a non-functional cloak.
I mean, I can't
It's
I can't
riveted.
fasten
Oh,
it
yeah,
in
it's
any ways.
repeated. You
What?
probably could, but you would need to have weaver's tools to remake the cloak.
Well, no stealth for us then, I guess. Fuck this. Let's go. Just go. I'm not gonna give good ideas, I guess. So let's go.
I feel like you don't know that half plate does not give disadvantage on stealth checks.
I'm not talking about stealth checks. I'm talking about the fact our AC would suck.
Well, yeah. If you think it's more worth, it's a trade-off, as always.
Yeah, I don't think it would be. Well, none of us are good in charisma. Doubt we will be able to pass as a mind flayer and a troll anyway, so. Guess we'll take our chances with just trying to stealth our way through.
Rushing back and taking the last pathway we haven't gone to yet. That's where we're gonna take a break. Pretty close to our real break time, so we're gonna take it now just to have it other way, and then we're gonna continue, see how this turns out. We'll be right back here in 10 minutes. See you then. Welcome back, everyone. So, not this much to it. I switched chair during the break because I forgot that this one existed for way too long. But anyways, that's beside the point. Not just my own health. Gore and Leopold, you are a bit. Well, at least Gore's a bit worse for wear. You had your first fight against the Mind Player. And you are now standing in the troll chambers. You're starting to make your way into the resting pools. What would you like to do?
I will turn off my lantern so it doesn't attract anything.
Very well.
Since I have noticed that it's dimly lit, at least in the chambers, mostly. So.
Well, gonna have to try and sneak our way further in.
Well, roll stealth.
$19.
Very well.
14.
14. Working more. There we go. So I'm just checking the audio or the music. It seems to have gone very low songs right now, so I didn't hear them at all. Anyhow, you start making your way, and soon enough you start to look into this large cavern. It has the same kind of circular shape. Seems to be smoother than other chambers you've been. And in the center of this is a large pool. The quite greenish water. Very transparent, but very green. And a few others scattered, making a bit of an elevation in pools, like a hot spring, if you will. And there are probably 5 or 7 these mind flayers just sitting there. In about up to their chest in this water. Seem to have their eyes closed and just soak. A lot of trolls that seems to go back and forth and disappear into the side entrances. The entrance itself, there are 4 in total that you can see. One is straight above the roof of the pool. The other one is pretty much across the room, a bit to your left hand side. And next to it is 2 smaller entrances. They're pretty close to each other. No one seems to spot you. So what would you like to do?
Well, it's quite clearly more than we ever could fight. Do we see this vehicle anywhere around here?
Nothing that resembles any sort of mechanism or vehicle can be spotted under.
So, how many exits were there to this room?
4. 1 on the roof and 2 to the left hand side.
1 on the roof and 2 to the left.
3 to the left. Sorry. The one that's almost across the room and the ones that are pretty next to that one. 2 smaller ones.
But you said... Okay, so there's just a bunch of mind flayers soaking here to be paying attention.
They don't seem to be. It just seems to be relaxing.
So, to get to the one that goes through the roof, I guess that's in the middle of the room.
That is straight under the pool. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get... I guess there's no visual cover whatsoever.
No,
If we
you
try
would
to
pretty
go
much
up
have
that.
to get into the pool to even look up it. So you don't know even what's there.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to do the first entrance to the left.
Oh well. So you start walking, trying to make yourself as visible as possible. There is a few pillars here and there, or stalagmites that kind of stick out of the ground. Stalagmites probably is the word for it. And make your way behind.
Well, if they
Trolls
stick up
seemed...
from the ground, they would not be stalagmites because those are the ones that are in the roof, right?
I don't know. Either way,
Stalactites, I think.
stalactites. Or... whichever way they grow.
I might be completely wrong on that as well. It might be the opposite way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I don't have a PhD in geology. So,
Nope.
yeah, the trolls doesn't seem to pay you any attention. Some seems to be carrying random stuff that you are... Most of them some sort of flesh-like substance. Probably don't even want to try to figure out what it is.
None of the trolls look like they could be faking being under control.
Roll insight.
That would be a 12.
No, they all look equally blank.
Oh well. Was worth a try.
Yeah, they seem to be going a lot out, in and out from the two smaller exits. Only occasionally seems to be going into the other one. But yeah,
Is it dim light?
it is dim light, so you do see.
What are they carrying out and into the different doors?
Mostly it seems they don't... It's only the ones that disappear into the larger exit that seems to come back with anything. They have this kind of flesh-like substance in mostly pinkish color. They seem to go pretty directly to the smaller rooms. The smaller entrances, sorry.
And is anything exiting or entering the door on the roof? How would
Not
you
currently.
even go down? How would you even go there? Is it some crossroads?
You have
Okay.
no idea.
Nothing I can see at least.
Nope. There doesn't seem to be any ladders or anything to climb or anything like that, as far as you know. But yeah, are you going to the first or left, you said?
I think so.
Very
Yes.
well. Looking in, there's a... Before you enter, you look in and you see there is one of these mind flayers standing, surrounded by these kind of tubs of... Seems to be almost formed glass. And inside there swims these small creatures back and forth. It seems to be just looking at them, occasionally taking whatever this one troll has carried in, this meaty substance, takes a piece of it and just throws it in. Quite quickly they kind of gather around it, devour it, and continue swimming.
Fury.
Yeah, didn't pick up that, by the way.
Same.
Hatchery.
Did you say that out loud or
I pretty
whisper?
much whispered it to you.
Seems wrong. Wrong way.
But
Yeah,
hearing
does
some...
there seem to be any other entrances in that room?
Nope. Seems just to be this kind of smallish chamber.
I don't think that's the way we're going then.
But hearing
Someone's gonna-
splashing noises as one of these mind flesh gets up. Kind of shakes a bit of liquid from its clothes. Then it starts heading to the larger opening. Not the one in the roof, but the one on the far side.
And that's not the one we came from.
No.
Well, I think our best guess would be to follow that one.
Well,
Unless Leopold says no.
You're the expert here.
You go past this opening and the other small opening. It seems to be a similar chamber, but only trolls inside that one. You continue. Yeah, the hallway leads in. Not that long winding tunnels that you've been used to. But it's still one of these tunnels that go in. You see him kind of disappear, or the creature disappears into his. Seems to be a larger room again. And yeah, you follow. Oh. Yeah, you follow and you start to peek in and you see this. What would remind you of a very morbid library. It has shelves, but instead of books, they are filled with pieces of flesh of like dissected creatures of all types. A lot of tables that have dried blood on them. Seems to be quite turned into the whatever material they are made of. And on the right in the center of the room, there are only 3 of these mind flayers around one of these tables. You see as one is seeming to use some kind of tool, what seems to be a humanoid body, and occasionally the humanoid body kind of pulls up a leg or twitches an arm. Seem to be very invested in what they're doing. Like to do?
Is
Any
it
other
dark in the corner?
entrances?
Oh yeah, entrances, yes. On the far side of this chamber, there seems to be 2 entrances. You aren't certain how they look or where they go, but there are 2. One to your left and one to your right.
Is this the
Oh,
only way?
You can
either
see here as
this.
well, Leopold, so you see
Yeah.
all of this as well.
So this was a corridor that led straight to this library
Yep.
thing.
That it did.
Okay.
Yeah, and the 2 other entrances were just smaller ones with the meat and the hatching stuff, and then there was just the one in the roof, so we don't have any other ways to go than this.
Left or right?
Well, are the creatures on the right or the left?
They're somehow quite in the center of everything. Kind of working on this humanoid.
And do the doors same or the entrances look the same?
They look quite similar, yes.
Do they seem to be leading straight or down or up?
You cannot tell from this. They are such an angle, you just see it. They are cavities.
Is the room symmetrical with the bookshelves and stuff?
Not really. It's kind of the right hand side seems to have these bookshelves on them. The other ones, the left hand seems to have these tables, the dissection tables, and a lot of other weird looking alchemy, like beakers and similar.
That's gonna smell bad, but gonna head, I guess, for the left. I guess we should head left and dodge under the tables, crawl under the tables.
Anyway, you start. Do you say anything, Leopold?
No, I said I guess we can do that.
Gore, you start leading ahead and you start walking quietly, always keeping a tab on what these 3 are doing. Stuck on the table, and yes, it does smell bad. Smell of rot, other excrements. One point, Leopold, and do a bit of a slip on something, and you down. You hit your elbow against one of the tables, kind of echoes a bit. Makes a bit of a sound. And a hole trying not. It's painful when it hits one of your elbow. One of my flesh kind of starts looking around. Just a second for turning to what they're doing. You reach the far end. You can choose between left or right.
No, the doors were on the other end. I thought there was one on each side of the room.
No, they were on the other end.
The
Both of them
far
are
end on.
achievable.
Okay.
Both seems reachable.
Well, let's make it easy then. Even, right, odd, left. That is left.
Very well. Continue down. This one seems to lead downwards. Now that you get in there, and it seems to be winding its way down. Before it opens up into this quite large. Not as large as a resting pool, but probably the second largest room you've seen. Quite rectangular and has this slit in the middle of it, where this weird looking construction lies. Looks like a shell with this squid tentacles forming the hull. Quite long.
That looks like what we're looking for.
With included a wing that is on the backside. A sail coming out from the side.
It looks like something that would float on water at least. I guess they might have some magic that makes it float in air.
How many mind flayers are there in this space?
Roll a perception.
I'd also want to check
Sure.
that.
Roll a perception.
Is it?
I hope you're blind. You're not as blind as me.
You roll with disadvantage, yes.
Yes, I
Still
guess.
only dim light. It's quite far.
So that's a 10, and that's a double 10, so that's 17.
Guess that's better than you, Gore.
I'm blind. I don't see anything. There's no amount of information you could give to me that is not absolutely 100% fucking obvious because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, you see a ship. Leopold, you do see on the hull of the ship there seems to be 3 creatures walking. Only one of them dressed in the same black robes with this breastplate and mantle going down. The other one's looking more depraved. Grayish hide and these large rudimentary clubs they kind of start carrying around. Seems to be the only ones.
In this whole place.
Yes,
Are they on deck?
they're on deck.
Could be more underneath. If you tell me that.
The one fancy guy and 2 brutes. I think the fancy guy could be a fleshbeard, but I can't make out the details on the other ones. They look different.
Well, this is what we came here for. No time to dawdle.
Well, they don't know we are in this place. We could try. Do I see some place where we could like try to lay low? Or does it look like they are going off the ship and patrolling the area also?
They seem, or the fleshbirds seem more of inspecting than anything else.
It's looks like it's inspecting the ship.
Yes.
Looks like they are currently inspecting, so we could try. Oh. It's a gamble. Either it's expecting for takeoff or it's just inspecting it overall. We could try to wait it out, but if it's inspecting it for takeoff, we could lose it.
Well. Or we could stow away.
Get on board of the ship.
Hide on the ship. Take it. When they try hijack it.
Well, I think the minis, when it's operational, they for sure have more crews on board.
Well, then we take it now. You get it up and running, I knock the fuckers off the ship.
How? Yeah, so it's floating now and it has a drop, or is it anchored?
You don't know. Just this kind of canal thing.
I don't.
And certain what's on the other side.
We need to get closer to see if it would work.
Well, then we get closer.
Well, it's you can certainly try. Difficult task, but you can certainly try. So.
Oh, it's wide open.
It has occasional like extrusion from the ground. Apart from that, it's quite open. Yes. If you would like to attempt to, I need another stealth roll.
How far away?
From this point, it's onto the ship. It's probably about 60 feet.
Pretty open. Would it be better to storm it?
I don't know. It's about. I don't know. We could try storm it. Yes.
We could get there in about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I could rush there quite quickly.
Well,
Let's try to get it a bit closer so we're sure we can manage.
I think it's either all or nothing at this point.
Well, let's. You first, I guess.
And he's just gonna 3, 2, 1, and just like get himself properly pumped up. Just getting excited he's gonna be able to smash another mind flayer skull, jump into a rage, and just bolt it straight with a dash towards the ship.
Very well. As soon as you start running, the mind flayer kind of turns around. And roll initiative.
Did I have time to like? Oh yeah, so he's mid-bolt or did he arrive?
He is. We are pretty much gonna start as you're dashing there.
So okay, so we will have used all our movement when we are back.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, so it's not a surprise round.
No. Not on
Okay.
this distance. Not by far.
It's pretty obvious. It's gonna take us a couple of seconds to get there, so.
Yeah. Leopold.
That's 7.
7. Gore.
10.
10. Very well.
Music, maybe? Or do you have it on?
It should be on. It's just very, very low, so I gotta switch it over to this one. There we go. So, in other words, the Mind Flayer goes first. So, Gore. You know the drill. Intelligence saving throw.
I hate these because I have such a low intelligence modifier.
Are we 60 feet away from at the moment? Basically.
It
Since we did.
walk closer, so yes, it's now 60 feet away from Gore. Apologies
Yes,
for
and
not
I'm-
saying that. My bad.
I failed.
Very well, so you will take 21 points of psychic damage. And you're stunned.
Also, the stun is not one of those that if you save, you get immune to it. Okay.
No. The two other creatures seems to be coming closer next to it, but you don't seem to notice anything. So Gore, you get to do another save. It's your turn.
Well, I seem to be throwing a lot on the floor at the moment, and that's another
problem.
fail.
Very well, you're still stunned. Leopold, your turn.
since Gore stopped in his track, I will stop since I don't want to run up there alone.
Alright.
I'll take out my bow and shoot at the mind flayer.
Sure. Roll attack.
Is it disadvantage when it's dim?
No.
Oh, good. Okay, so 2 attacks. And I will use bonus action Death Strike. No, bonus action to do the extra d4 damage
Well,
if I hit.
probably running out of key points soon.
No, that's a free. That's
Ah,
not
yeah,
key
sorry.
point.
Carry on. Carry on.
Yeah, so that's a total 20.
That hits, yeah. Gotta wedge yourself under his
Three.
breastplate.
5. That's 9 points.
9 points of damage. Very well.
Not 20. And now I will use a key point to
The
use
second
the
one.
Death Strike.
Oh boy.
Death Strike. So I
Will you
will.
beat your 26?
I don't think so since I'm using longbow this time.
You did that on the last one as well.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 8.
2.
12.
1.
So 14 plus 4, so 18 points of piercing damage.
Yes, and that's my turn.
Very well. It's 2 good hitters. It kind of dashes the back of these creatures while itself kind of moves backward and kind of hides inside the shell of the ship. But the 2 creatures kind of start dashing forward and they will... Well, with a dash they will only reach Gore. That's their turn. Gonna see as they have... Doesn't seem to have eyes and kind of... The hair seems to be falling off their head and they're very... fat, so to say. It's a lot of fat on these people. They kind of have these clubs. They're now standing next to Gore. And you, actually. You are also there. You also next to Gore, wasn't you?
I would have said I was behind Gore since he
Very
was,
well.
I
So
was
they're on
following
Gore.
his.
Gore, your turn.
But
16 save.
16 saves. You are no
Well,
longer
that's-
stunned. And your
It's
turn
the end of
is
my
up.
turn anyway, so.
Leopold, you're up as the creatures are... Seems to be readying themselves to swing towards Gore.
yeah, then I will switch out to longsword and
Hold on.
try-
Wait. Just 1 second.
It's the end of your turn, so everything's gone.
No, I need to clarify something because I saved. I failed my save. Nothing has attacked me, and now it was my turn again. That means my rage is gone.
Yes. That is true. Your rage is gone. Rage has dropped.
That was not what I needed right now.
So yeah, Leopold, carry on.
Yeah, I will take out my switch to longsword and try flanking one of them with Gore.
Yeah, you can do so with ease.
So
He's no longer stunned.
yeah, so I will flank
Yeah,
number
roll,
1.
roll attack with advantage.
That's advantage. Nat 20. Does that hit?
That does hit. Roll damage.
And I will use a key point to do the Death Strike.
Very well.
So that's that's 7 plus 3. So 10 doubled, so 20 and 24 then.
Yeah, you kind of come in and you pull one, kind of almost shanking him under his ribcage. Just kind of fall over. It's gone. It's
Okay.
one creature
I will move and flank the other one then.
dead. Very well. You are allowed to roll attack on that one as well.
So that's 16 plus 7.
That hits, yeah.
Yes, so then I will do 10 points of damage on that one.
Very well. It's again shanked, looking bad, but still standing. That's your turn?
That's That's my turn. I can't do anything more.
Very well.
I will try to aggravate it so it will attack me, but
Oh. You hear this low murmuring that kind of seems to traverse, doesn't seem to lose strength, that kind of traverse through the entire chamber. And other guys can attack. Well, you aggravated and stabbed it, so I suppose they're gonna try to attack you.
yes.
With a 22, that's actual hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
So you will take a total of 7 points of bludgeoning, plus 1 point of piercing damage as these nasty spikes on the club just swings at you.
Yeah, that's 8 total.
That's 8 total. That's all gonna finish its turn. Gore, you're up.
I don't have my rage up at the moment. I'm not gonna choose to rage yet, so I'm gonna... Well... I'm gonna bamp this guy with my maul.
Roll.
It's cocked. 19.
That hits. You don't have to roll, he was on a singular health.
Oh,
Well... How long?
False fall.
How long is it to the ship?
Still 60 feet.
I'll just look over at Leopold. I'm doing bad. You will have to go first. And I will use my 30 foot... No, my 40 foot to get closer to the ship.
Oh, well, you're now 20 foot from the ship. Leopold, you're up.
I guess I will have to run up to the ship.
Are you dashing?
I'm
What's your movement?
first round. 55.
Yeah, so you get to the like railing
I
of the
moved.
ship.
I flanked the other guy, so I should.
Oh
be
yes,
like 10
actually.
feet.
So yeah, you can jump on top of the ship. Yeah. So that will take more or less your entire movement to get on top of the
Yes.
ship.
What do I see?
On the ship, you see it. It just seems to be a flat deck. Doesn't seem to be any hatches or anything. Doesn't have any masts or anything of that like. It just seems to be a flat deck. It has
You
some
see
kind
the-
of pillar, is the only thing. And to your left, almost directly to your left, is this mind flayer staring at you.
How like
10
5
feet
feet
away.
from me or? Huh?
He's out of your reach.
I will switch out to my longbow and attack him.
Very well. Roll some attacks with longbow, I suppose. That's your bonus action gone.
That's a 9.
Does not
And
hit.
that's 19.
That hits. One attack hits.
Yes, and that's a total of 8.
8 points of damage. Starting to look bad, showing wounds. But that's also gonna finish your turn.
Yes.
Which means the creature's gonna come to you, and again the tentacle's gonna start wrapping around your head. Let's see. What shall I see? 15. So that's
15.
that's a hit. Give me an intelligence saving throw, if you wouldn't mind.
That's an 11.
You are grappled and stunned.
Oh,
These-
stumbles.
But you only take 8 points of psychic. So if that kind of wraps around you and you start see this kind of circle maw coming closer to your forehead. As your ears start to be filling with a high-pitched screech. Gore. You start hearing footsteps behind you. A lot of them. Running.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well, I should be close enough now to make it there.
Yeah, you're on top of the ship and you see as this mindface now tearing down on, or has entirely wrapped Leopold's head in its
You
tentacles.
get the fuck away from him, and I will run up and hit him with my maul to try and knock him off, Leopold.
Sure, roll attack.
That's a 10.
That does not hit.
Second attack. 25.
That hits. Roll some damage.
That is just... I'm not raging, so it's 9 points of bludgeoning.
9 points. Very well. 9 points
And
when it kind of goes away and at the same time pulls these tentacles away, so you are no longer stunned, Leopold.
But what did you say? There was a pillar in the middle.
There's some kind of what's it called? Yeah, some sort of small pedestal. That's the word I'm looking for.
So there's no type of like rudder or anything like wheel or anything.
Not that you can see.
Is the pedestal? Does it look like something to stand on?
No, it's too small.
I'm just gonna rush up and put my hand on the pedestal, and that's all I'm gonna do. I don't have anything more.
Very well. You put your hand on it. It does seem to react to you putting the hand there. That's it. So, Leopold, you're no longer stunned, you're coming through as you have these marks against your entire scalp of teeth.
Yes, so, how far away is he?
He is 5 feet from you.
Can I hit him with my fist, even if I was holding a longbow?
Yes, you can hit them with your fist even if you're longer, yeah.
Yeah, then I will attack him with my hands.
Let's throw some hands.
Uh,
You move 5 feet closer and start smacking.
Yeah, so I can't, and I can't make it so Gore is flanking, right? No.
No, he is currently to your right
Yep.
side, more in the middle of the deck. You are
Yeah,
up
so
against the wall.
that's the first one was a miss, 9, I think.
That's
The second one
yeah.
is, and the second one is 2 plus 7,
9.
9. That also. Oh, then the first one was 11, but those are both misses.
Both
I
miss,
guess.
unfortunately.
Then I will use a key point to flurry of blow this guy.
You must run out of key points soon.
Yeah, this was the last one. 6 plus 7.
That's 15. No, that's 13, sorry.
13, yeah.
So it doesn't hit.
Nine plus 7, so that's 16.
That hits. One attack hits.
Yes, so that's a total of 6.
Very well, 6 points of damage. You kind of try to get in, but he kind of goes to the side and still this voices ring in your head, but you get one good hit on it. And your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Very well, the Mind Flayer's gonna look at you and then look over to Gore and... You don't understand, Leopold, but you go here. Leave it alone! It's kind of rushing up to you, so Leopold, you get an attack of opportunity if you want to.
Of course I want. That's 17 plus 7, so
That hits, yeah.
that's a fist damage since I...
Yeah, roll some damage.
That's 5.
5 points, very well, so it's coming for you. And it's gonna do another one of those tentacle attacks against you, Gore, as you're standing there. Which it fails. Trying to grasp at you, trying to pull you away, but doesn't get any footing. You're too strong for it. Gore, it's gonna be your turn. As you look over to it and in the meantime look over to the side of the railing where you came from, and you start to see more of these breastplates and tentacles start to be visible. You're not certain how many, but there's definitely more than one coming this direction right now. So,
Do I
your
feel
turn.
like I have control at the moment, or what is the thing that I'm holding doing?
It feels warm to the touch, but it doesn't do anything else right now.
Well, can't have this fucker here, so I will... How far is this to the edge of the deck?
From this point where you're standing, it's 15 feet.
Okay, so it's not close enough for me to try and knock him off. But I'm still gonna try and kill him then.
Very
The
well,
second
roll
best
attack.
option. First one is a 19 plus 7, 26.
That hits. How much damage?
6 plus 4, so 10 points of bludgeoning.
Very well.
And I think as I see all of this herd of them coming, I just feel this almost panic-like feeling, and Gore's only way to deal with panic is to rage. So he's gonna use his last rage.
Oh, he starts raging, and you have still one attack.
Yeah. I wanted to save it for some kind of moment, and I think this moment might be it.
Perfect. Glorious.
Well, the attack is a miss, though.
That's a shame.
It's a 4 plus 7, so it's, yeah.
30, no, 11.
I'm not taking my hand off this thing that I'm holding.
Very well. So that's kind of your turn. Leopold, you also start to see as they're coming 1, 2, 3, maybe more, coming to swell into the chamber. What would you like to do?
Yes, I will go and flank the guy and
Very well.
drop my bomb and take out my sword. Is that a free action
Nope,
or bonus?
that is free since you drop the bow. If you just drop it on the ground.
Yes,
Then you can
okay.
just
Yeah,
pull
then I will
one,
do that.
Because it's considered a fast pulling weapon.
Yes, then I will attack him, flanking, hopefully.
Roll with advantage.
That was 18 plus 7, so that's a hit, I hope.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
That's 7.
How do you want to do this?
Chop the head off.
Well, you gotta come from behind, throwing your bow to the side, and just with all force, just carve through it. Kind of carve through the neck of the mantle, and the head gets a bit of a resistance at the neck before pushing through, and the head flies off, rolling down. But yeah, anything else you would like to do?
I will.
These other ones are still running towards.
Get this thing to work, I'll keep them off the ship.
Leave your bag here. What can I see on the ship now?
It is this pedestal that Gore is holding his hand to, and you can see it starts to kind of outline.
Do I see any keyhole or something? Anything the guy has? Does the guy have anything on him?
You don't have an action to roll investigation, fortunately.
Yeah.
We're still in turn order.
Yeah, then I can't do anything.
You have your bonus, that's it, so you can do minor
The-
things.
Goddamn thing that we came up on.
What did you say? I didn't
Did
hear
we
it.
come up on a board? How did we get up on the deck?
You pretty much just climbed over the railing, as it was pretty much stuck next to.
Okay.
But yeah, so the things are gonna get closer. Leopold, roll my intelligence saving throw. You wouldn't mind.
I would say that one would have been cocked, but too late now. That's a 7.
That's a fail, so you are stunned and you will take... $25 points of psychic damage. You are considered stunned. Gore, your turn.
I can't take my hand off this thing because I can see that the outlining is beginning to.
It's already glowing, it doesn't seem to go more. There seems to be something else. Good.
Fuck.
What would you like to do? Then closer every time, and Leopold just dropped. Getting this blank stare on his face.
I'm gonna have to investigate the pedestal, pretty much like try to see if this thing that I'm holding is, if I can move it, if I can like use my mind to maybe force it. I just walking thing to move.
Very well. Roll investigation.
To try and like figure out what the hell do I need to do to get this thing moving. That's a 12.
You feel that the current you're holding on seems to be loose. Seem to be able to press it. With some weight on it.
Can I use my bonus action to just push it down there?
Yes, it's not an issue. You press it down, you hear this soft clicking noise. And suddenly you hear in your head, in deep speech, choose destination. What do you do?
It's the first thing that comes into my mind.
Very well.
Kirai.
Very well. Leopold, you don't see this, but all the mind flayers here are just... First nothing happens, and you hear, destination confirmed. And you see at the top, or at this far edge tip of the ship, just this vortex start to open. You start to feel as your hair starts to blow forward, kind of be sucking in. And they start to... The mind flayers start to yell something you have no idea about anymore because it starts to wind the air by you, and you suddenly start to move forward. Got a scraping before you gets pulled into this thing, leaving whatever threat behind. But you now feel kind of potent to hold your hand in place as it kind of pulls by. As this, you see these dark images of trees and mountains and just fire in some place, just a countless amount of realities flash by. Where suddenly starts flash of light, it gets pulled forward, kind of stumble, hugging this thing, still somewhat holding your hand on it. And this blinding sunlight just pierces your eyes. As you are just sky around you, as far as you can see. Leopold,
Do the stuff. Yes.
Well, I'm not gonna stop controlling the ship.
it just stays there now. Leopold, you kind of starts to wake up, come to life, have to blink as your eyes are now pierced as well. You have like, as you're staring blankly, you now got these light spots in your eyes that you can't really see. It seems to be on the surface. The air is colder, lighter.
I will go over to the railing and look where we are.
Yeah, you kind of look down and you see a town. There's a town down there. Quite
see
far down though, but there's a town there.
Do I recognize the area? Do I see the mountains and stuff?
Yeah. You definitely recognize Kirai, the shoulders of the world, next to it.
I had gotten a sending stone, right?
Oh, sending stone. Yes.
I will use it and say, we got the ship. We are in Karai at the moment.
When your voice comes into your head as a response. Marvelous. We are at the island. Preparations and studies. Bring the ship. That's the end of it.
Gore, what happened?
I just heard a voice say destination. I just said the first thing that came to my mind.
Gore, I forgot to tell you, but it wasn't. You didn't precisely say the word we were going.
I sensed like a.
You
was the first thing
imagined
that
it.
came.
You have been here. You know what it looks like.
No,
You have been in Kirai.
I don't think Gore has been in Kirai.
We have not been in Karai. We went straight to...
Oh, very well. That's a mistake by my side.
So
Never mind.
I might have said something about Karai in
Yes.
great detail.
There might be a reason why you are almost 2 miles up into the air at this point.
Yeah, because I have seen the map.
Yes. You showed him the map. And that's Kirai. But yeah, you're kind of wipe. You look like shit, to be honest. You have blood pretty much from your nose and from your ears from all the mind blast you've gotten. You're like a corpse of a mind flayer lying here.
what now?
Yeah.
I got message that we should come to the island, but I would also like to pick up the horses. We can't leave them there.
I don't know how many trips this thing has in them. Sorry. And I'm gonna push down on it again and see if I can reactivate it again.
It seems to. What do you try to imagine or think?
Well, the island.
Very well. You imagine the island the same with the gargantuan gatekeeper and a grove it was in. Now, Leopold, you see us looking down and look to the side as the air seems to start turning and this black rift opens up. It starts to be dragging. See a bit of the mind flayer's blood seems to be pulled in before the entire ship suddenly starts moving. You're sucked in once more, blazing past these planes of existence, or stopping in the middle. This grove, the gatekeeper suddenly looks up, all 6 eyes staring at you, and these small tents. A few numbers of tents on one side. Yeah, the ship kind of falls to one side as it braces into the ground and now leaning slightly. One. And the mind flayer kind of rolls down and hits the railing. The body of the mind flayer. You have quite a lot of eyes staring at you.
Finally, after taking in my surroundings, I finally take the hand off
Yeah.
pedestal.
You see, you Leopold, as you are not standing in the central, notice a bit more changes to it. You see, you Gore notice as you drop and it kind of dies down, like the light fades. You Leopold see as something on the side seems to be turned in, as well as the mast or the sail on the back seem to be kind of goes together. Same with the tip seems to be retracted.
And I will go over to the mind flayer, grab the body in one hand, the head in the other, and just throw it down in front of the people.
Yeah. Got her back. You see Vanya, you see the elf she was with, you see also the Grandmaster. With
Sorry, it's a bit of
the
a bruise.
additions of a few soldiers and a familiar face. Quite a great big hat.
And I jump off after it. I just drop down the backpack, and I look horrible. I just look at them. Where can I rest?
One guard kind of points to a certain tent and go in there.
I just go there.
Yeah, you collapse on a bed. It's simple. Probably used more for storage than sleeping, but it works. While it kind of goes up. That's remarkable. I am glad I didn't send you to your doom.
Same here, same here. We didn't contact the dwarves. We found a place Gore recognized, so we went down. As you noticed,
This is impressive. Took you a bit over a week and you have retrieved the ship. Now we just need the final piece. And start heading. We can start attempting saving
we
the world, I
have.
suppose.
Oh wait a minute! I dropped my backpack and goes after Gore's backpack.
I left it on the ground in front
Yeah.
of them.
Okay, yeah, then okay, yeah, then I don't do that.
They kind of like the elf, the grandmaster, and one just like raises like an eyebrow.
Yes, so here is the
Impressive.
pieces.
Impressive, indeed. Well, suppose we need to get to work.
Yes. We left our horses, but I'm not sure I really hope they can manage there, the forest.
No. Well, if you didn't tie them stuck to a tree, they probably is fine by now. Over. Animals
we
are a lot
didn't tie them
smarter than you
down.
think. But yeah, we
that's
are. Guess we need to get to work. Get this one up and running and. Yeah, await the rest of your companions. Shouldn't take too long. A few days, hopefully, only.
Any words from them?
Well, with this lone druid arrived here about 2 days ago. She is not much of a talker, but she said she knew you at least.
Yes. Yes, that would be wiki.
And well, Emma and Robert is currently on the way to from the kingdom. Saved. I have been in contact with your other friend, but I haven't seen him. Smog, I think he was called.
Yes.
We'll see.
I'm not sure if he will join it and get a reward, but
Who knows? Well, the elf seems to be going up to the mind flayer. Seems to be fixated on something on the body currently. Is there anyone else we can ask for help? Or that you can ask for help? It's a bit much to ask to go into the heart of all evil, if you excuse the saying.
we have the town area, but I'm not sure, like they are mostly like a prison where we found the key to the guardian. They're not too happy with me.
Well, I doubt they
No.
want to follow you into the abyss in that's the case.
No.
That's the current help we're looking for. We can not do much outside here. We can stop them from whatever would escape when the gatekeeper moves. To not go further, but we cannot. We cannot follow you in.
Yeah. Sad to say I don't know too much. Like, we have the 2 towns I've been to and that have helped Kerai, and I think I already said.
Can the gods help you anymore at this point?
We have not been in contact with them. I think I will check. We could check with them after Gore is rested. He's a bit.
I would recommend
Worn.
you trying to get some sleep as well. You are bleeding from most arteries.
Oh.
We have a few medics that can check on you.
Yeah, thanks.
Peculiar. The elf kind of gets up. They did not only bring us a ship and the pieces to actually make a teleportation device into the level of the abyss, they also brought us body of a mind flayer. Relatively intact. But the remarkable part is that... sorry. The name is Vincent. I work with Vanya pretty close in the library. We're used to in the library. But yes, the breastplate itself here is very interesting. I'm certain if you have noticed it itself, but it's magical. It is enchanted, if you will. I'm not certain how good it will do to you or your companion. Because neither of you wears armor, if I'm correct.
No, I'm not. I need to be.
Do you know if any of your other friends that you are expecting might want it?
Well, they're more. I think Robert is using quite a shiny armor. He could certainly use it.
Well, if we can withstand the psychic rays, you can definitely use it, yes.
That I'm not sure about, but he was
Ah, yes.
fighting.
The thing with Mind Flayer things are their magic is weird. So we can't technically use magical items from them, but I think with the Mind Flayer here and with the armor, I could possibly make it so it could be usable for normal humanoid people without turning their head to mush.
Yeah.
If that is of interest.
Yes. I could take that up with the guard since I think he's a cleric of one of the gods we are helping or in contact with.
To be fair, I need to do some work and research to actually be able to transform this. So I would need an answer at this point. You want me to do it now before you enter?
Yes.
Well.
I think that would be best.
Kind of picks up the head. Can you please help me with this? And kind of takes a guard and starts to drag away, kind of heavily dragging it across the ground. Apologize for Vincent. He's very energetic when it comes to enchanted objects.
Yes. I think we would need to contact the guards. I'm not sure if Gore would appreciate it if I woke him up at the moment.
There's probably time, so I would highly recommend resting.
Yes. What time of day is it now?
It is, I don't know, sun is pretty high, so I'm certain something between 2 to 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, okay, so it's if I wait for him to rest for the full long rest, would I be still fine? Like, do I feel tired, like, except for the fighting?
Not really, you're just it's just your skills are depleted.
Yes, I will take a... Well, that's just a short rest.
Very well.
Yes, I will short rest and wait for Gore to wake up. Like 4 hours.
Start making a short rest, and I believe we will end this session a bit earlier. Because you went through that place quite fast.
Speedrun.
Not to spoil anything, but will I get a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, so I can reset them.
You'll get a long rest and Leopold will get a short. You can roll on that. But additional to that, you will get a level up. Hitting level 7.
Oh boy. Let's see what we get. Actually, start by rolling HP, I guess.
Besting the Mind Flayer lair. So yeah, let me start the MVP vote and... So MVP, you will hopefully know by this point, and if you don't, MVP, exclamation MVP is a thing. But basically that you can vote for a player that is something awesome, something good. They will get an extra D20 to the roll whenever they want to. We require 3 votes in total to hand out any sort of inspiration. So get to voting. Apart from that, let's see. Rolled health.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Very well, Leopold, 4. So your new health will then be...
That's plus 8 more than the current.
So your health is now 104.
Yes.
So you have breached the 100 mark. Not 9 times and 4.
I will roll
4.
I rolled a 6, so my max is now 83.
83. Oh well.
And the thing I will get on this level is I have advantage on initiative rolls. Feral Instinct it's called. And if I basically cannot get... I can cancel out a surprise attack by raging. And then I get that surprise attack turn to do my normal stuff.
Yeah. Level 7.
As long as I'm not
strength.
incapacitated. If I'm incapacitated, I can't do it, but...
Yeah, that's level 7.
Yeah.
Dave, what do you get?
What?
Just interested.
Evasion.
You get evasion, oh boy.
and stillness of mind, so I can use an action to be uncharmed and unfrightened.
Yeah. Working on the defenses here. Yeah, all are not bad. So, looked a bit hairy there for a while, but you managed to beat the Mind Flayers lair. Or at least escape with your life and the ship. Your task to do.
Yeah, that's actually part of my feedback for the DM today. I really like the balance throughout this whole campaign. We have always been on the brink of losing, just one turn away from just straight out dying. The balance has been extremely good.
Yeah. I will counter argument that, but actually, the thing, like the actual path that I planned, if you want to. So it's probably not so difficult. Thing is improvisation, and then you have to add it on the fly, which I slowly is getting better at. So thank you for helping me practice that, I suppose. Make things interesting.
I will roll 5 hit points for the short rest.
5 hit
Like
dice.
Hit dice.
Sure, you roll that and add that, and then you leave. We'll pick up that in the second to last session, actually. We are quickly closing in on the final. And I have one session before that. You can't see the vote. That is weird.
I can see it. Just try to refresh the page.
Yeah, try refreshing. It's going for another 7 minutes, so you should still have plenty of time to vote. But yeah, if you check the stream now, you can see what I had actually drawn out to help the viewers, if you would like to. I still have that page open. Just a very rudimentary map, but it worked. What else? What else? Yeah. So next session is probably the last one that's going to be on Tuesday. Because I have something special planned for the final session. So it might vary in time. I do not know yet, but as soon as I know, I will send a message on my Discord. !Discord for that one. And I will probably if I remember it, I will also update the D&D command to have the right time. Also gonna update the command right now to be on the right day, which will next session is 17th of August. Same time. UTC plus 3, 18:30. And that's not gonna be the entire end of everything either. Because after that, we'll also have kind of a session to just go through and ask metagaming questions about the campaign, to just kind of wrap everything up. To try to answer as many questions as I can, or as the players can, if there are any questions that towards their character. This will hopefully include as many of the earlier guest characters as well, in just a random Discord call, and we'll just sit around talking for about an hour or so to answer campaign questions. But that's after the campaign is concluded. I have a bit of way to go still to that. Yeah, anything else?
Like
What you said, Dave?
Doesn't seem like we will go to the dwarves.
You will do what?
Go to the dwarves.
No.
Oh. Well,
I do appreciate actually that you have another feedback as well. Like, you have allowed me to indulge a lot with the crusher feat, like using it in creative ways. I knew when I picked it that I'm gonna use that to do fun stuff and not just the standard knocking back.
The crusher feat is actually pretty decent to have. Like everything is
If
still
the DM is right for it, yes, then it's good.
I suppose it's more of an experience thing than anything else, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you learn. You have to allow your players to do a lot of things. Not everything, but a lot of things. The story is still about their characters. They have to be in the center of it.
Yeah, but I really like Yeah, like for example, that thing that happened when that creature was above me. I just decided to knock it down on its friend.
Yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, it's an empty space above him, and he's not gonna be climbing anymore because he gets knocked down. So yeah, I'm gonna have his friend roll a strength check to see how well he does. Natural 1, yeah, he's fucking pro.
It's interesting because I took that feat, and it's interesting how one feat can change how you play a character completely. Because in many ways, I always try to find fun ways to use my tool set.
Yeah. I realized that I need to raise this desk as well to go with this saddle chair. Would be better that way. I'll do that afterwards. Yeah,
I see the map now of the Mind Flayer lair.
I had every single room planned out. Not knowing if we were going to any of them.
I mean, the Elder Brain Chamber would have been hard to access.
It would. Yeah. But players can always surprise you. I always leave like place for surprises. Also, yeah, I wondered, what's your dexterity? Gore's dexterity.
+3.
Yeah, I just realized, if you would have taken the armor, you would have the same AC. You wouldn't have lost a single AC point.
Well,
the only thing that would happen was that your speed would reduce to 30 instead of 40.
Yeah, it wouldn't have only been that. It would also have been the fact that what you said about the... Well, if I hadn't attuned to it, I wouldn't have to worry about the magics.
The thing... The way Mind Flayer items are, they pretty much just stops you from attuning to them. Unless you're a Mind Flayer yourself, or unless the item is made specifically for you.
I would say the stealthing was probably the smarter idea anyways. Because... Fuck my charisma, honestly.
Charisma's a bitch.
And it's like, this fight was extremely dangerous for Gore. Because... he cannot resist the damage, and his intelligence save is 0.
I think Leopold has +2,
One.
+1, yeah. Yeah, so having a fight against a Mind Flayer is really bad for both of you.
Yeah, but I think we did pretty good. Still taking all of that into consideration, I think I ended up on like... Yeah, I was on 21. 21 HP was all I had left. That's why I asked Leopold to go first onto the ship, because it could probably almost have one-hit me.
I'm still very... Another thing, the Mind Flayers rolled really bad damage on all their rolls, to be honest. They had average the Psychic Strike, but the actual Tentacle one was really low.
Yeah, I think I would have been really low if I wouldn't have the extra 40 health.
Yeah, you'll be on 64 now, and then you'll be 56 going into there. You are quite... You're not underleveled per se, it's more that you are missing people. Strength in numbers. And that's one on Leopold and one on Gore, so unfortunately we'll be not dealing out an inspiration this time either. Right. And it's a tie.
Oh, we even have 7 people watching.
Yeah. All things go.
People don't vote.
No. There's a lot of them also very... just listening instead of anything else.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we're happy for every single one that's in the chat and watching. 7 is a lot more than I would expect, to be honest. And some people just woke up, you're not correct. So, without further ado, thank you all so very much for watching. Next session is in a week. I updated the D&D command, so remember to check that. And use !Discord if you want to see more information and just like. We have a D&D channel and we will tell you there as soon as we know when the last session will be. Well, thank you all so very much for watching. And until next time. See ya.
Good night, everyone.